saying I'm not mechanical? Toxic.
Are you? What are you trying to say, huh? You know, you're more of a gooey ho than an innovation. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
You are wrong.
Am I?
If anything, I'm a beyond.
Okay. I can get behind that.
All right, here we go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the Korean Zerg in the yellow. It is soO.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of data under the sea, it's the player we've been following all night, the American Terran representing Storm Gaming. It is Epic.
I like watching a bit of Clam, a bit of Hero Marine here and there.
Just a little bit.
I don't play like them very often because
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god. Ah.
I just want the game to be over. These Zergs, they're animals. They're trying to get away with greedy, dirty stuff. You can't let them have their way.
Shaking my head, man. Shaking my head.
You gotta be like Beyond. You gotta have Marines and medevacs and go and never stop.
Never stop. I'm pretty sure Beyond got a championship victory over soO as well. Actually, now that I think about it, now, who didn't?
Was that when 3x Reapers were monstrous?
maybe. Oh god. But yeah, soO. You know, he's got a lot behind him. You know, he's kind of known mainly for his macro, for his roach play and roach aggression, at least in other matchups, especially in ZvP. Here in ZvT, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. That's what I'm most excited about when it comes to these ex-military players, whether they conform to the meta or whether they do their own thing. You've got players like Hero, who kind of, you know, reinvented the meta himself. You've got players like Classic, who just opens up Robo first every ZvP. PvZ, you know? They just do their own thing. They don't give a damn, mate. They've been in the war, mate. They've been in the trenches. Like, they don't care.
They've done their time. As here we go. We are going to be seeing a pretty quick third coming down from soO. Looks like the Reaper just going to be missing that, so he should be able to get that down without too much trouble. And this Reaper just going to poke in and see if he can get any damage with the Lings, with the drones. Just that typical dance, and Epic actually being very aggressive here.
Yeah, takes a couple of extra hits here with his Lings. He really wants that drone, forces the Spore in the end, and the Reaper should get out of there. So at least he gets a little bit of extra value by forcing the Spore.
I mean, soO's been spending years fighting against the likes of Marus and Beyonds. He's faced some pretty scary Reapers, I think. I think he's up to the task.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's faced Reapers of the kind that we will never see again. And he survived, Poppy. He survived. Oh boy, so he's been through the worst of it, and yeah, we'll see where he goes with this. Behind this, pretty standard opener from Epic. He does go for the 3rd CC before Starport, so a very economic opener coming out from our Terran as well.
Yeah, everything pointing towards the 3cc Banshee coming out from Epic, so it's just going to be getting those first couple Hellions on the way. But yeah, just a very standard build and something that's quite common on this map. But there we go, we're actually going to see the first divergence. It's a fast third gas, and this means BCs.
Oh, beautiful. Hey, when you see the Viking first coming out here from Epic, we shouldn't be... Oh, actually cancels the Viking here in the end and throws down that fusion core, as you were saying. Disgusting.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a few options here from Epic. I know he is fond of going for a BC opener into 8 racks, which can be an extremely strong build. Can really throw the Zerg for a loop, and your first push is that much stronger when you've got a BC with it.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's how he was able to beat Scarlet, right? In the DreamHack regionals.
Yeah, he did. One of the games that he won against Scarlet was with that, and the other one was with like super fast upgrades, like upgrades before the extra axes.
Yeah. So Epic, you know, he's nothing to scoff at. He's literally taking down some of the best Zerg players in the entire world, not just North America. So we'll see if he can do the same to soO here as the fusion core is finished and the first BC is in production.
Yeah, there we go. And having a look at the vision of soO, he's been very conservative with his overlords. He doesn't really look set up to go for any scouting at all.
Yeah, very, very kind of defensive, reactive, conservative style coming out from soO, where he hasn't gone into the main base. He is fully aware of the 1-1-1 opener, and he's going to be making queens. He should be making Spore soon. There we go, Spore on the way in the main base. So he's trying to just get ready for whatever's coming his way, even though he's playing in the dark.
Yeah, it's pretty much set up here for a 3cc Banshee, almost blind. I don't want to say blind countering it because he does know vaguely what's going on. He should be aware that it's a 3cc build. But I think this BC is going to catch him off guard. And yeah, behind this we do see those Raxes going down, the eBays, as well as that extra gas. So Epic definitely setting himself up for this 8-Rax BC style that he has used so often.
Oh yeah, it's kind of his bread and butter. It's what he is accustomed to, and we'll see how soO can compare with it. For the time being, there we go. The first BC is teleporting across the map straight into the main base. The queens are quite out of position. They were on the front lines, so as a result, it's going to take a while for them to really respond to this.
Yeah, these queens have been doing work. They've been spreading creep everywhere. This creep spread is absolutely insane coming out from soO, but there we go. We can see the first damage that the BC is going to be getting. It's going to be putting some damage on these drones, a little bit on the queens, and it does pull these queens away from spreading creep as well, so a little bit of indirect damage in that way too.
Yeah, wasn't able to kill any of the queens yet. The transfuses were just on point, just in time. We do see soO finally going in with an Overseer just to get confirmation on what's coming behind this, whether it's going to be Bio or even Mech, as Mech can be a common transition from BC, so he's just trying to confirm what it is.
Yeah, and there we go. We do see this extra 3 Raxes going down, so it is in fact going to be that 8 Rax. We should have a very powerful timing around the 7 to 8 minute mark.
We really should. Meanwhile, this BC was able to get, I believe, 3 drones and a queen in total. Not too much damage, all things considered, and soO's done a great job at hurting this away. The BC can barely be able to escape here with its life.
Yeah, there we go. That teleport does come off cooldown. Extremely important for this push that you do keep this BC alive. It is one of the main indicators for the success of this build.
Oh yeah, exactly. We need it desperately as well for that added DPS to try and pull away the attention of soO as well as a major anchor point. And yeah, soO is from this position. He's not looking too bad. He's already droned up to 81. He's already got his Spire completed. He's actually not going into Corruptors. He was able to confirm the bio transition, so he's going into Mutas.
Yeah, and this is actually, I'm kind of getting deja vu back to the Scarlet game. This is exactly what Scarlet did, and it's exactly what the intended response is to this, is over-droning and going into Mutas. 8-Rax performs extremely well against this. Epic's gotten exactly the response that he wanted.
Yeah, and great target firing there as well. He picks off 3 to 4 of those Banelings before any connections do happen. And we'll see if soO can accomplish what Scarlet didn't, because his creep spread is looking quite good right now. He is making his army. He's got 22 more Lings on the way. He is actually sneaking out a couple of like extra drones, so maybe he was a little bit too greedy as Epic pushes out.
Yeah, I think soO has no idea what's coming his way, and this is going to be the first that he sees of it. He really doesn't have that many Banelings prepared for this either.
There we go. Banelings are only just being morphed in now. Mutas are going for a counterattack across the map, but Marines were kept at home. The push is coming. He's laying siege upon that 3rd base.
Yeah, we've spent way too much gas on these Mutas here. There is really not that many Banelings here at all to deal with this. The splits are good. The focus fire from the tanks is good. These Banelings get completely decimated, and Epic is breaking through.
Yeah, the majority of the Banelings do go down. The Mutas, they did nothing across the map. The Queens are even a little bit exposed. A couple more Banelings do morph in here, but Epic, the splits are just too good.
Yeah, there we go. The BC is going to be going down to the Mutas, but we're down to only 5 or maybe 6. Yeah, it looks like 6 Banelings. That is it for soO. These tanks are just pushing further and further forward, and the Marines are going to be almost uncontested here.
Oh my god, exactly. And there we go. The Banelings get cleaned up. The Mutas are having a hard time dealing with this. Epic has broken through. He will get the hatchery.
Yeah, there we go. Hatchery is going to be going down. soO was able to save his drones, which is quite important here, but I think Epic can just continue pushing the same angle.
Yeah, he definitely can. A lot of the creep is going to be receding here as well. A lot of the queens went down as well, so they don't have as much energy to rebuild this kind of area. Epic instead is actually going to be backing off.
Yeah, Epic maybe not realizing just how little, just how far soO was committing on the drones, is going to be backing off, is going to be trying to regather his forces, get that 4th up and running, get those add-ons on his extra Raxes, and I do think he is losing some valuable time.
He really is. I assumed that he was going to rotate over towards the north. He did go for a scan just to confirm that no bases were taken towards the southern portion of the map. Instead, he's moving out, but moving on to creep and running into Lingbane.
Yeah, here we go. The Lingbane is going to be committing, but nice splits, nice tank positioning as well. Great fight coming out from Epic, considering how it started. And he is going to be able to start poking forward with the tanks. I do feel like soO's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, he's trying desperately to rebuild his army. The Mutas, they dip on in. They pick off one more of those tanks. Can he get a second? No, he cannot. The Marines do respond quite quickly there, and they do punish those Mutas. And Epic, he's going to be going for the kill. Can he push up this ramp? Can he break through the defenses of soO?
Yes, he's managing to put a few of these banelings together. Doesn't want to attack into that tank line, though.
Yeah, he has to be very careful with how he uses these last banelings that he does have. 1-1 has finished, 2-2 is on the way. Epic, he's trying to push on forward. One of his tanks was unsieged.
Yeah, but there we go. Great splits, great focus fire from the tanks as well. Every single baneling's going to be going down, and he can just push through here. He has way too many Marines. 2-2 is finished. soO is in so much trouble here. I think he's going to be going down to this push.
Yeah, I think he has now been broken. I don't think he has enough to really stop this from happening. The split is just too good. Banelings get some decent connections, but there's so many Marines.
Oh. Beautiful control coming out from Epic, just able to dance and flow with the army of soO. soO going to go for the last little commitment here with the Lings, with the Mutas, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. There we go. He gets on top of the hatchery. GG gets called, and Epic takes the first game.
GG. Epic going for that patented BC into 8 racks. And soO really just falling hook, line, and sinker for that opening is... yeah, caught over droning and taken out.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of that, I'm sure, comes down to soO's lack of scouting. He did go for an Overseer scout in the end, but I believe this was before the additional Raxes were thrown down. So soO was in the dark. I'm sure he was thinking nothing of it. I'm sure he was thinking he was safe to drone up, but he was anything but.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It feels quite natural. You see the BC, you throw down the Spire just to be safe in case it's mech. You see it's bio, so you go Muta Lingbane. You know, you drone up, of course, because you just held that first push, but this ARAX really does seem like it's designed to capitalize on all of those things.
Yeah, and it's a great way for Epic to start to kick off this series, to get his first win on the board. And we'll see if he can leverage this into a victory of the series here. Like, being ahead 1-0 against soO is not an easy thing to do, so already a great start here from Epic.
Yeah, there we go. We are going to be going into the second map. It is going to be inside and out. And you mentioned it in passing before, soO is pretty known for his Roach Ravager play, and this is a great map for that.
It really is. So it could be time for soO to turn the tables here. You know, he kind of fell to very aggressive play. Now would be a good chance to whip it out himself.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So here we are on Inside and Out, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, up 1-0 against soO. It is the North American Terran Epic.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have his opponent, the South Korean Zerg player representing Kwangdong Freaks. It is soO.
And what will Epic be going for? It won't be a CC first. I'm already disappointed. I'm out of here.
He's not Gumiho, puppy. He's not crazy. As soO is going for a pool first opener. Oh my.
CC first is meta on this map live. Maru does it.
Maru does it. Why does
Maru. All the Koreans do it.
Why doesn't Epic do it? Aye. Yeah, we do see soO going for a bit of a safer opener here. He's sending out his overlords just to scout and make sure there's no weird proxy going on. With his first handful of links, he can even try and punish his opponent with a CC on the low ground, especially without a CC first, right? Because it will be in the midst of building. So we'll see how many links are made from the side of soO.
Yeah, there we go. We do have the CC first. We were referring to him going for roach builds as well, and with the slightly smaller rush distance here, I don't think this would be the worst map to go for something like a 5 roach pressure, but looks like he's not going to throw down that roach warren, at least not yet.
Yeah, there we go. No, Roach Warren is taking his gases, was just a pool hatch gas opener, and he commits to only making 4 lings, not 6. Oh, he does hide 2 of them from this SCV, so being a little bit cheeky here. Very low commitment to the lings, but hopefully a big a big payoff as he moves out with them.
Yeah, so nice little meta move here. Normally when you go for a pull first into 3 hatch, you do only make 2 links. So it's a pretty clever move here that he's done to only show the 2. It makes it look a lot like he's going for a 3 hatch build, and the Reaper would normally be sent out, but Epic actually playing things very safe and keeping his Reaper at home regardless. I think this is a great adjustment, and just a great move in general.
Yeah, the mind games on the mind games. Epic is going to be playing it safe because that the CC will finish. Meanwhile, soO actually hasn't quite pulled the trigger yet with his 2 lings. I'm sure he was probably waiting for maybe even the Reaper to show its face before he really committed with them. But alas, since the Reaper didn't show up, lings are still in the corner.
Oh, the mind games. This is such high-level play. It looks like Epic even realizing that there are units being hidden and going looking for them.
Yeah, he's looking for them, Papi. He doesn't quite come across them yet, as they are hidden over here at the 3rd base location. Oh, meanwhile, Epic, just going to be getting into his 3cc build once again.
Yeah, so 3cc going up against this opener that soO went for. I have to think this really works out in favor of the Terran. He did gamble a little bit, not going for any early bunker, anything like that, and it's going to pay off. It looks like he's going to be going for 3cc Banshee.
Oh yeah, there we go. This time we are seeing the Tech Lab, so we're most likely going to be seeing an add-on swap. There is no 3rd gas either, so all things lead towards that Banshee play.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense as well with that pull first. There is a lot of possibility of roach-based play, and considering the map as well, considering the player, it all makes sense to go for a Banshee, and we are seeing a Roach Warren out of soO after all.
Yeah, there we go. So it makes sense against the player, and the player is playing like he does. As the Roach Warren is thrown down. So a great read here from Epic as well. Everything that he's gone for does seem to line up with his opponent and what they are responding with. So we'll see how things are executed. We'll see if soO commits to a big Roach push here.
Yeah, there we go. So first 7 roaches are on the way. 8 roaches. Are these just going to be used defensively to keep him safe, or are these going to be sent across the map? Is he going to be going for a little bit of an all-in here off the 37 drones? We'll have to see if he makes lings behind this.
Yeah, I'm really curious. There we go. 6 lings are being made. He did squeeze out an initial drone, which threw me off a little bit, but I think it was only a single drone. As there we go, 16 lings. soO, he's going to be pulling the trigger here. He's sending everything across the map.
Yeah, there we go. So these 35 to 40 speedling roach attacks, they are kind of designed to take out a 3cc player. If you can catch the Hellions out of position as well, that can be extremely effective. But there we go. The roaches have been spotted. Epic throwing down those eBays for a fast wall. Does it manage to get those Hellions back in? It's very important to keep those alive to help deal with the lings.
Yeah, exactly. The full wall-off is up and running. We do have a bunker on the way. The Banshee reveals itself as well. Going to be able to focus down the Ravager.
Yeah, there we go. We are going to be seeing a few SCVs being committed to help repair this these depots here. I do think it was a little bit careless of Epic here to lose his Hellions. You definitely want those for the lings that are coming in now.
Yeah, the Hellions went down immediately, and now the lings are breaking in towards the natural base. The 2 Banshees are doing what they can to slow this down, but Epic is going to be losing a lot of workers.
Yeah, this reactor's going to go down and everything getting in there. We do see that entire natural has been cleaned up. The lings and roaches are getting on top of everything in the main here. And, oh, this is really working out well for soO.
Yeah, this is already more than paid for itself. And soO's going to be able to get even more value here in the main base. The lings and the roaches do get on in behind this. We are droning behind this. We're getting a lair up and running. soO is transitioning. Meanwhile, Epic is crippled.
Yeah, 32 SCVs going down, and I have to think it was definitely a bit of a mistake for Epic there, a little bit of a miscontrol. He was rushing so much to get the repairs down on those depots that he didn't, his Hellions were just straying too far forward and they got taken out by the roaches.
Yeah, so a little bit of a misstep there from Epic. On top of that, you know, it was a relatively late scout of everything as well. He only saw the roaches as they were around the bridge area of his own side of the map, so a very late response and very little time to react the way that he did. And he did a decent job at getting that wall up and running, but alas, still lacked a little bit in the execution.
Yeah, exactly. And now we see his supply being absolutely dwarfed by soO. soO on 33 drones to the 24 of Epic. And soO just pushing that lead, using this small link commitment to take out what's left of the Marine count of Epic. And just, yeah, just completely keeping him out of any possibility to get back into this game.
Yeah, and back at home, we got 2 sports for every single base. We have a lot of queens, we have our lair, we have a mobile detection as well. The Banshee counterattack just isn't going to be enough. One of the Banshees already gets picked off, and we only have 2 remaining, and they're being forced back.
Yeah, there we go. We do see a few more links being committed. They should be running into this third here. There just isn't enough supply for Epic to hold on to his third. Even going to be some splash, some friendly fire coming out from the tanks.
Oh, yeah. More workers going down. Workers that Epic just can't afford to be losing right now. We'd see, oh my god, even the tank kind of stuck in the main base. We have to bring down some of those add-ons, and Epic, where do we go from here? I guess we've been here before tonight. We either hyper turtle or we just go giga all in.
Yeah, but I mean, all these little Ling run bys and attacks from soO have taken away that possibility of going all in. There's just not enough supply here. Epic doesn't have an army. I just don't see any way for him back into this. I think if he could see the drone count of soO, if he could just cheat and see the drone count, he'd just leave.
Yeah, I mean, we're more than double the worker count at this point here. You know, we've got 1-1 on the way, we've got our lair, we've got Hydras being pumped out with Hydra upgrades. Like, everything is looking so good here for soO. Can he ever really throw it all away? I mean, the army supplies are relatively close, so maybe Epic can trade efficiently, especially with Stim, but like, the longer this goes on, the worse it is for Epic.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I didn't even notice is he didn't rebuild those eBays. I mean, I guess he didn't have the money because he had to get his economy back up and running, but he's only just remaking them now. So his 1-1 should be starting when the 1-1 of the Zerg is finishing.
Yeah, that's something you almost never see here, and because of that, his army is just not really going to be able to hold a candle or trade efficiently at all with the Ling Bane of soO. We do see a double drop coming out across the map just to see what they can get done, but everything is here in position. soO's even, almost even getting the medevacs.
Yeah, I mean, soO's got a massive Ling Bane Hydra army. It honestly feels like if he wanted to, he could just A-move this third base here.
Yeah, he could A-move the third, he could A-move the natural. There's a lot he could try and shut down. For the time being, he's being a little bit distracted by this drop, by the double drop even, but he is just swatting this back, and soO is getting ready to lay siege upon the third base. He's dealing with those rocks.
Yeah, we see Epic. He's going to be flexing those micro muscles, taking out a lot of those banelings with that stutter step. Very nice, accurate mouse mouse control, but I think that's the only nice thing I'm going to be able to say about him for the rest of this game, as his army is just not going to be able to stand up to this attack whatsoever.
His mouse accuracy may be top tier, but you know, there's only so much that can really do for you in this kind of position. Here we go, soO is pulling the trigger. Widowmine shots are going to be going off on the Ling Bane, but
the splits are good, the retargets are nice from Epic, but there's no way that's going to be enough. The banelings roll in, everything goes down, GG is called, and soO takes down Epic, tying up the series.
GG, well played. We are tying up the series 1 apiece. We're going all the way to the ace match. soO whipping out a very, very nicely executed and for the most part unscouted all in. Epic had very little time to respond and to really come to terms with what soO was doing that game. And the defense just wasn't good enough.
I haven't had enough time yet to come to terms with what soO did that game. I feel a certain way about these 35 to 40 drone Ling roach all-ins. They've kept me away from 3cc bench. It's too much, Papi.
No, Papi, you can do it. You can defend, Papi. I believe, Papi, I believe. But alas, Epic could not that game, and now we're going all the way to game number 3, and it's gonna be on Tropical Sacrifice.
Is it?
It is. Oh no, it's not. I'm blind. It's Waterfall.
It's gonna be on Tropical Sacrifice Junior, small edition.
It's gonna be on 2,000 atmospheres.
As here we go, spawning on at least one of those maps in the top right-hand corner of the map. This is epic.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall or Tropical Sacrifice, we don't know yet. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Kwangdong Freaks. It is soO.
Here we go. So once again, we do have a very small map. So if he does want to play a little bit of mind games, play off the opening that he went for that last game, he could go for some kind of pull first roach attack as well. It does look like instead he is just going to be opening hatch first this time. So, you know, the last game, things did go pretty well for him, of course, but he's just going to keep mixing it up, especially on this smaller map. I feel like hatch first is almost less expected sometimes.
Yeah, especially on a small map like Waterfall, especially after what happened on Inside and Out. So very interesting how soO is kind of working with the build orders and working with the series overall. I have to imagine that even though he's up against the wall, even though it's a best of 3 and he's on match point, he's not really sweating too much. He does have a lot of experience behind his belt, and that's kind of the value of a lot of these kind of older, mature players is that, they don't have any stress. Not anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone.
There's no pain left.
There's
Just click.
There's no pain, but there's also no happiness.
Yeah. Sounds like StarCraft.
You're like, I can relate, Buffy. I can relate.
Like it doesn't hurt anymore, but it doesn't feel good anymore either. I just click. Number goes up, number goes down. Can't explain it.
Can't explain that, mate. Smurge.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, Asher. I'm here for you.
The only way that you can be here for me is by giving me MMR.
You can snipe me on the ladder with your Protoss.
Yeah. As we do see Epic, he's going to be dipping in here once again with this Reaper. Does get here pretty fast on Waterfall and is almost able to take out a drone as a result.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's coming back for it. Can he get it in the end? It looks like no, he won't dive that deep. Does back off at the end. The Queen comes out in time, and soO isn't even forced to, or I believe he was, yeah, it was forced to make a spore. Oh.
Yeah, just a one spore, but ice cold with that drone just there. Doesn't, flinch at all. Just kind of moves it a little bit to the left. Just dodges that bullet, swerves it.
Oh, like wanted.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Exactly what I was thinking of.
He is Angelina Jolie.
Oh, don't we all? As we do have this Reaper just running around, trying to outposition this Queen, get that creep tumor.
Oh, and just like Angelina Jolie, we see Roach falling back to what he does best, and he's going for another Roach Warren.
Yeah, looking to curve that bullet right around that head of Epic, but Epic himself going for a little bit of a weird opening. It does look like he's delayed his gas, he's delayed his starport. This might be a 3 Rex follow-up. This is something that we've seen Hero Marine doing quite a lot, but no, it's going to be his Omega greedy fast upgrades build, and on a map like this is crazy. I can't believe he's doing this, to be honest.
I was about to say, going for double eBays this quick off of a 1-1 3rd CC opener against a Roach all-in? Is he just dead?
Yeah.
Oh, but
he sure is.
soO isn't he isn't link flooding behind this. He's droning instead. So maybe, Papi.
Yeah, it's going to be a Roach pressure, maybe trying to play a bit of a mind game off that last opening that he did, that there would be lings on the way. But yeah, we're going to have some Hellions to deal with this. Less Hellions now.
We're going to have some Hellions. We're going to have a man with gun, literally one Marine. The natural base is going to be forfeit. The main could even be under threat as well. We have a couple of bunkers on the way, but they're still halfway done.
Yeah, there you go. So you're going to be charging straight on up there. Those bunkers are not going to finish as long as he does click on that SUV before I can finish it up. But he is going for the prize. He's going for the Hellions. first bunker builder is going to be going down, and he's starting to get on top of the SCVs.
Yeah, the SCVs are being pulled. Everything has to be pulled if we're Epic, if we want to try and hold on. We do have a couple of Marauders, and they are dishing out a lot of damage to these roaches. He will clean all of this up eventually, but look at the damage that is being dealt.
Yeah, 17 SCVs going down, and this was not particularly committed by soO. He droned behind this. He is up to 62 drones. He is just fine with his economy. He even got a lair, so he has a lot of options to himself here.
Yeah, this was mere light pressure, and unfortunately things got a little bit out of control here as due to Epic's overall build. I mean, he will have a pretty nice 1-1 timing, but because of what just happened, because of all the chaos in his main base, I don't know if he can really do anything with the 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know if 1-1 is a nice timing here if you have no Marines.
Yeah.
He literally has zero. He has one Marine.
You know, sometimes you only just need one Marine, you know? Like...
It's a hero Marine. It's 1-1. It's strong. It's powerful.
It's a big boy.
It's Raynor's Raider.
There you go, mate. The 1-1 Marine. The man with gun. The boys. Can we do it? Can we bring it all back? As soO's about to hit 80 drones.
Yeah. I mean, soO, yeah, up to 71 drones there, throwing down some additional hatches as well. And on a map like this, you do kind of just want to sit around that 70 drone count and just flood at Lingbane over and over. And I don't see a world in which Epic lands and keeps his third. I just don't see it happening.
Hey, we'll see. We got the dream team here. We got the squad. We got Chase, Seether, Asher, and Light in Kodge.
This is a war zone of Marines. Where are we dropping, boys?
Where we dropping, boys? Let's go. And like all our war zone matches, we're never gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna drop on 4 other Marines and die instantly and be like, huh, okay, I guess we go next. Unfortunately for Epic, there is no next.
There is no next. Where's the gulag? Do we get a second life? As we are going to have a follow-up timing, you know, 2-2 gets started immediately, so you know these boys are going to get even better here. Epic, he is slowly taking this third base. He's slowly looking to expand and establish himself here. If given the time, maybe he can pull this off, but soO shouldn't be giving him too much time.
Yeah, there we go. We have a double drop being sent out at the ripe old time of 7:45, and it meets creep more than halfway across the map. You love to see it.
Oh, it's already here. Oh my god, the
target
firing!
Ah, there we go. One of those Marines going to be going down. Epic army has been halved.
It is just like Warzone. The drop doesn't quite work out in the end. This is why we don't drop on the train, puppy. It doesn't work.
I forgot about the train. No, the train's the best.
I'll never
I love the train. Yeah, you got left behind. That's your fault.
I got left to die, puppy.
Yeah. You shouldn't have jumped in with a bunch of Terrans. You should have known.
Should have known better. As the Lingbane is rolling on in, crushing through this third base location. We have 3 tanks behind this, but there's more than enough Lingbane. Sure, we have the upgrades, but even that is not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's not the most efficient. It doesn't matter. Everything is going down. Looks like Epic. Just kind of processing the loss at this point, honestly. I don't think there's much else to it.
Yeah, and I don't blame him because his tournament life is on the line. This is the knockout bracket. Whoever loses here is out of the tournament. The door is not a door. The Lings, they flood in.
The Lings are flooded straight on in. The SCVs are pulled into the Lings. They will be hold positioning. The Banes with a big connection. Every SCV going to go down. Epic just sitting with it. Takes it in. GG is called. And soO will be halting the fleeting run of Epic.
GG, well played. soO does it in the end. He had a hard time at the start of the series. You know, he stumbled a little bit out the gate and he did end up losing the first game, but you know, he just falls back on what he knows and what he loves, and that is roaches, papi. Roaches.
Yeah, there we go. He does what he's good at. He makes it work, and he gets the win.
Does get it in the end. Congratulations to soO. He moves on in the brackets. Epic, unfortunately, that is where his run does end. He had quite a run, though. He took down a lot of great players, and that isn't an easy feat, especially starting off this series 1-0 against soO. I hope he's not feeling too bad about how his tournament run ended in the end.
Yeah, I mean, that first build worked out extremely well, and I do think maybe in the end it was a little bit too set on the builds that he chose instead of, you know, adapting on the fly to how the series was going. But he made a very good showing for himself.
He did, and I look forward to seeing more of Epic in the coming events, especially centered around North America. He's a great player to look at, especially because, again, you know, he's not set in his ways. He's not just a Terran player. He can also Zerg it up. He has competed or race switched to Zerg in the past, so you know, he's one of us, Papi.
Are you saying you want him to return as Zerg?
Yes, Papi. Let's go.
It's the only way to win.
Come back to the light, Papi. Come back.
Yeah.
So GG, very well played. We are going to now, in a way, switch hands. We've been following Epic throughout his entire run, and now we will be following soO as he continues his tournament run as well. But that will be after we take a short break.
There we go. So stick around and we will have some more soO gameplay for you.
There you go. When we return, we will have a ZvP, so look forward to it. In the interim, get some water, get some snacks. Don't forget to stretch and look out for your cats. See you soon.